the way you have and keep building on each practice. And that I've been really excited about what he's shown so far.
Some of these guys have had to be forced into due to injury and stuff. I mean, but a guy like Brett's come in, worked hard for the last few years, and seems to be finally making a headway. Is that the way most linemen are? As far as it takes a year or two to develop them. You don't throw them in right away.
Yeah, you use Brett as an example, and Austin Sanders I just talked about. It's such a position of maturing mentally, physically, the demands of the position, the highs and the lows that come with, day in and day out. You win a battle, lose a battle. You get knocked down, you don't stay down. There's so many highs and lows with the position that you really got to be mentally strong. You've got to just work to continue to fight through that, and in the end, keep convincing yourself and us as coaches to keep encouraging them that the best days are ahead of you. So at a young age, there's always setbacks that you're going to go through, and it's just about how you continue to persevere through those and know that your best days are ahead, and that's what's happening with those guys.
Who were the guys that stood out the most just in terms of off-season work ethic, work habits, and leadership maybe?
Well, Jay Sean, coming off of his injuries, done a heck of a job of being just a guy that's been a complete workhorse with his approach in the weight room, meetings. Dylan Wiseman, much the same. And again, Brett Kendrick, just as we talked about, has been a guy that's really grown up a whole lot, a lot like Kyler Kerbyson has over the course of his career. He's just grown up and know that the time's now. So there's some guys that have some playing experience. They've been through the highs and lows we just talked about, and I think they're really touching some of the young guys with that, which have been encouraging, seeing the way the young guys have responded so far.
The three guys that came in this recruiting class, speak on those and just their mindset the couple of days.
Again, the summer's really helped them with the older guys, providing some guidance with them with on the field with technique and expectations. I've been really pleased with the amount of weight gain. Marcus Tatum's up to almost 275 pounds, coming in at a weight where he was lean, and we knew that, but very athletic. Has caught on to things mentally really fast, and has really shown some progress through two practices. Nathan Niehaus, much the same. He's over 300 pounds. His learning curve is one that's not quite as fast right now as Marcus, but he's getting there, and he's shown a lot of promise. Ryan Johnson's had 2 solid days in which, technically there's a few things that he needs to improve on, but mentally really understands it, and really pleased with the progress they've made so far.
Apologies if you've addressed this already, but I understand Chance is going to stay on the right side for now. What makes him a better fit there? I guess why not give him a shot at the left side?
He's working right and left.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, he's working right and left, and the thing about it right now is between he working right and left, we've got Venzel Bulwer working center, we got Jack Jones working center, we got Jay-Sean Robertson working center, we got Dylan Wiseman, Brett Kendrick at some point will as well. I mean, we got guys that are working to play multiple positions, because through the course of the season, just as we went through last year, in the course of about 5 days, we lost 2 linemen. So you always got to be prepared for the unknowns. Not thinking in a negative light, but if that were to happen, what's our plan? So we're always working on getting guys quality reps and positions we're expecting to hang our hat on, and so Chance is going to play both, and even in the end, who knows, he might be in a guard, or Brett might be. So that's some of the flexibility we have. That's a credit to those guys with their mentally of understanding what we're doing offensively to be able to play a couple positions.
When was the last time you, as a coach, had as much depth as you do right now? As many bodies that could play?
I can't even think back. And again, it's still a work in progress. It's as good a situation as we've been in. Some guys still aren't where they need to be yet, but it's an ongoing discussion we have each and every day. Coach DeBoard, myself, and Coach Jones, obviously, sit down and decide and think about all the scenarios of guys at different spots. But it's a situation that it's the best we've been in, and it's a good situation.
How much is Dylan Wiseman grown? He's not a guy we ask you about a lot, but how much has he grown from maybe this point last year when he was so relatively inexperienced, and now he goes and starts every game?
He's really started out for 2 practices, and just being in helmets and shorts has really had 2 solid days from things he needed to improve on in the spring. And you're exactly right. Here's a guy that's played some snaps for us and has been just a steady player for us that, you know, has really matured. And really the thing for him right now and Jay Sean, more than any other, is being able to play two positions during the course of a practice, going from guard to center. And that's not really common for guys. So that's his biggest challenge right now, is from a physical standpoint, from a conditioning level, the mental aspect of it, the technical aspect of it, but playing both positions and playing them at a high level. So that's his biggest challenge right now, and so far he's responded well.
Sure, you've been asked this, the left tackle position in general, or just the tackle spots, but what are you looking for there, basically what's important in terms of who you end up putting at those positions?
Just the consistency of being able to set the edge, particularly obviously in the pass protection, but seeing exactly too what's the right combinations of that tackle and guard together, working to get to where we're getting some continuity at some point, but just working on consistency. The sets, you know, Kyler Curbison became a player that he played at a level very high because he was very consistent at what he did. There was nothing that was overly flashy about it. He was just very consistent, and that's just something that they're, you know, we're continuing to harp to them, is just playing at a level where we know what we're getting each and every day, and that's not anything that's meaning in a negative light. It's just the more reps, the more consistency, and that's what we're striving for, from individual periods to team periods to you name it. So they're working really hard at that, and at some point in time, as we get through the camp, we're going to, you know, start to narrow it down. But it's good. I mean, each and every practice, they're under a spotlight. I mean, your reps are valuable, your production's valuable, and it's all on film.
You spoke about the three young guys. What positions are they working at right now? Are you
Tackle.
All?
Yeah, Nathan and Marcus are working at left tackle, and Ryan's working at right.
And you plan to keep those guys kind of focused on one?
Yeah, they're going to pretty much stay put. You know, you hate to throw those guys into the mix at some other spots too early. Just let them get, you know, letting them get a taste of Derek Barnett. That's a real good, and then, you know, all the others too, LaTroy Lewis and all them. But you know what, they're battling. We're happy, and I'm excited about them, and that's good to play against some of the best that they're going to see, and we'll see all year long.
What have you seen from Drew so far, basically, in terms of
You know,
retention and everything?
he's really good. He's really, from the spring to this fall, the game is starting to slow down for him. He's making his calls a lot sooner, seeing things, knowing things. We've talked through scenarios maybe at the end of a play, and he's spitting out the language we expect to hear, and that's been good. So he's really making strides.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Thank you.